Good morning, everyone. We are going to continue the phenols important questions. The next important questions, next important question is how are the following conversions carried out? The first one, phenol to toluene, they have asked. How do we convert phenol to toluene? Right? We'll see the first question answer. Phenol means on benzene, OH group is present, then we can call that is what? Phenol group, right? This phenol, first we have to try to convert it into water, benzene. In the previous video we have seen that. How do we convert phenol to benzene? By treating with water, zinc dust, right? Now use zinc dust. Whenever you have used zinc dust, what will happen? Zinc oxide will come out on heating, right? On heating, zinc oxide come out, benzene will form. Benzene is obtained by this equation, right? By this reaction, along with zinc oxide. This benzene we can able to convert easily to toluene by Friedel-Crafts alkylation, right? So now I am taking a benzene. When benzene treated with alkyl halide, that means what here? Toluene means on benzene CH3 is required. Which alkyl group we have to take? Methyl we have to take, right? So that's why I am taking methyl chloride. In presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Here anhydrous aluminum chloride acts as a catalyst, right? That means here aluminum chloride AlCl3 will combine with the Cl minus and it liberate in the form of AlCl4 minus. We know already that this CH3 group will substitute on benzene. Then what we will get? We will get toluene like this. Toluene we will get. This is the preparation method of toluene. Preparation method of what? Toluene. Or else here, whatever the hydrogen is present on this carbon, that hydrogen combines with the chlorine and it liberates in the form of water, HCl actually, student. What is the byproduct means? HCl. Here AlCl3 will act as water catalyst, right? So if you observe the mechanism, in that mechanism the Cl minus combines with AlCl3 and it will be converted into AlCl4 minus and methyl free radical, that is what methyl carbonium ion, carbocation will generate. This one will act as water electrophile. Again this H plus will combines with the AlCl4 minus and it will liberate in the form of water HCl. That is the situation will happen here. This is what due to Friedel-Crafts alkylation we have got toluene from benzene, right? In the similar manner, how do we convert phenol to acetophenol? We are going to discuss now. So second one, if you observe phenol, whatever the question is that whenever they have asked acetophenol or toluene, acetophenol means Friedel-Crafts acylation we have to apply. Here Friedel-Crafts alkylation we have to apply. Whatever it may be, first phenol we have to convert it into what? Benzene only, right? So how do we convert phenol to benzene? Whenever phenol treated with the zinc dust, it will be converting into what? Benzene plus zinc oxide, right? Now you take this benzene, this one more reaction I am writing here, you see that. This benzene treated with acetyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Anhydrous aluminum chloride. Then what will happen here? Here also HCl as a byproduct. H and Cl liberate in the form of HCl. COCH3 will attack on the carbon of benzene, right? Then what compound will get here? Acetophenol will get it, right? Plus HCl. So see that. Phenol we have converted into acetophenol. Phenol first we have converted into benzene and then benzene converted to what? Acetophenol by Friedel-Crafts acylation. By Friedel-Crafts what? Acylation we have got that one, students. So like this we can easily convert phenol to toluene and acetophenol. You can copy this one. Let us see the students next important question. Give the equations of the following reactions. The first one they have asked bromine in the CS2 with phenol. What will happen? You see that first question. bromine in CS2 with phenol. Phenol, you know already that. You take phenol. When phenol treated with bromine in presence of CS2, carbon disulfide. Whenever we have used this reagent, then this bromine addition, this bromine substitution will take place only either at ortho position or para position. There is no chance to attack this bromine electrophile both ortho positions and para. Either of the ortho or para position only there is a chance to attack. Or else, suppose in the second case you see that they didn't use any reagent, just they have added bromine water with phenol. So wherever the possibility is there, electrophilic substitution at all the positions, that bromonium ion will attack, right? So now here we have used carbon disulfide. So that's why this bromine substitution will take place either ortho or para position. Suppose if it attack on ortho position, what will happen? We'll see that. OH, here Br, right? Ortho bromo phenol you will get. What is the name of this one? Ortho bromo phenol you will get. Plus, if bromonium ion electrophile will attack at para position, then what will get? Para bromo phenol will get. Para bromo phenol will get. Sometimes there is a chance to ask which is the major product. Always para product is major product. We know electrophilic substitution reactions. Whenever you have taken electrophilic substitution reactions, para product is major product than ortho product, because on ortho product the groups are side by side is present. So due to the presence of steric hindrance, it will form less amount compared with water para bromo phenol, right? So this is the major product and this is minor product. This is minor product, right? So what are the byproducts? You may ask a question here. Whenever it attacks ortho position, here hydrogen is available. That hydrogen and bromine liberated as HBr, right? In the similar manner, whenever this bromonium ion will attack at this para position also one hydrogen is present. That hydrogen and bromine liberated as HBr. So that's why 2 moles of HBr comes out. So to balance the equation, 2 moles of phenol you take, 2 moles of bromine you have to take. 2 2s are 4. Here 2 we have substituted. 2 came out as HBr, right? I think everybody understood this. Then what will happen if you add bromine water to phenol? We will see that. Let us take phenol. When phenol treated with bromine water, just I have added bromine water directly. I didn't use like a CS2 reagent. Then what will happen means wherever the possibility is there. See here, while the possibility is there only at ortho and para position means here OH group is electron donating group. Due to presence of electron donating group, electrophile can able to attack either ortho or para position. Ortho position means this position, along with the para position. So 3 possibilities are there to attack electrophile. Okay, na? So based on that, what we can say here bromine will attack 2 ortho positions, 1 at para position. Then what compound you will get? You see that. Bromine, here bromine, right? To balance the equation, here 3 HBr come out, because at 3 positions bromine is attacked now, so 3 hydrogens replaced by bromine, so that's why 3 HBr. To balance that one, I am taking here 3 moles of bromine molecule, right? Yes. What is the name of this compound? This is very important question. Many times they have asked for 1 mark. Sometimes they are asking this also, right? So here, what is the name of this compound is OH attached position. Carbon is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 6 tribromophenol. This is what? 2, 4, 6 tribromophenol is the major product formed whenever phenol treated directly with the bromine water. Suppose if you want to get mono substituted product, then definitely we have to use carbon disulfide. Then only we will get either ortho-bromophenol or para-bromophenol as major products, students. So this is the way we have. right? Whenever bromine in CS2 with phenol, bromine water when treated with phenol, these are the products you will get, students. Okay, na? Copy this one. Let us see, students, the next important question. What happens when phenol reacts with dilute HNO3? Write the reaction. That means phenol reacts with dilute HNO3 at low temperature. It gives a mixture of orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol. In case of with the dilute HNO3 means this situation will happen. If concentrate HNO3 if you use, what will happen? Also we will see that. Now here 2 moles of phenol molecule we have taken, because one product we have got minor product, that is orthonitrophenol, and another product we have got paranitrophenol. To balance the equation here we have taken how many moles of phenol? 2 moles of phenol. This type of questions already we have seen in the previous questions, right? With the bromine molecule, right? That is bromination, this is the nitration process. If you use dilute HNO3, this is the situation will happen. If concentrate HNO3 if you use, what will happen also we will see that, students. What happens when phenol reacts with concentrated HNO3? Write the reaction. Or there is a chance to ask this question in another manner. How do you prepare picric acid from phenol? Now you see that when phenol treated with concentrated HNO3, this is. In the previous question we have taken, that is dilute HNO3. Dilute HNO3 in the presence of H2SO4 means only mono substituted product will get. If you use concentrated HNO3, then you will get tri-substituted product like this. That means wherever the possibilities are present to attack electrophile on phenol, at all possibilities that nitronium ion, NO2 plus ion will attack. Like water, whenever phenol treated with bromine water, how bromine is attacked? At all the positions of water, phenol, wherever the possibilities are there. In the similar manner, here if you use concentrate HNO3, NO2 group, NO2 plus ion will attack at all the possibilities of phenol. That all the possibilities of phenol means at 2 ortho positions, at one para position, possibilities are there, right? To attack electrophile. So because of that reason, when phenol reacts with concentrate HNO3 in the presence of concentrate H2SO4, it gives 2, 4, 6. See that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6 trinitrophenol, which is also called as picric acid, which is a yellow crystalline solid. This picric acid is a what? Yellow crystalline solid, students. It is very important question. Copy this one. Give reason type question. Orthonitrophenol is more acidic than orthomethoxyphenol. What is first of all orthonitrophenol? We will see that. First we have to take phenol structure. At ortho position NO2 group is present. NO2 group I have taken for easy understand like this. NO2 group, right? Orthonitrophenol this is. And orthomethoxyphenol. Orthomethoxyphenol also you take phenol at ortho position methoxy group. OCH3 group is present like this. Right? This is orthomethoxyphenol. This is orthonitrophenol. Then what will happen here means NO2 group is an electron withdrawing group. How it is electron withdrawing group, we will see that. Inside the ring there are alternate double bonds present, right? Among nitrogen and oxygen, which is more electronegative, oxygen is more electronegative. So that's why shifting of an electrons taking place towards more electronegative atom. Automatically this migration of pi electrons will take place away from the benzene ring, that is towards NO2 group. Then automatically here OH bond cleavage easily taking place, because here the pi electrons moving towards NO2 group, that is away from the benzene ring, means this oxygen always trying to attract the shaded pair of an electron towards itself, and it release easily the H plus ion. And that too, if you suppose if you take here after removal of H plus ion, we have one idea, that is among the following which is more acidic means, how do we say the substance which can release H plus ion readily, that substance is more acidic, right? Here this substance is more acidic than this substance. I am telling you how it is means. Here due to the presence of electron withdrawing group, After removal of H plus ion, what will happen here? After removal of H plus ion, what will happen? See that NO2 group is there. Here between nitrogen and oxygen is more electronegative. So shifting of an electron, shifting of pi electrons taking place towards more electronegative atom, that is oxygen. Here the pi electron migration is taking place towards NO2 group, and automatically here the electrons will shift up like this. That means what? Negative charge is neutralizing here. Means stability of phenoxide ion increases. Stability of phenoxide ion increases due to the presence of what? Electron withdrawing group. So that's why stability increases means what? Acidic nature also increases, students. After removal of H plus ion, corresponding oxide ion stability increases, then acidic character also increases. But whereas coming to here, what will happen? You see that after removal of H plus ion, what will happen here? On benzene ring, only O minus is present. Here OCH3 is present. Oxygen is having the lone pair of an electrons. We know already that this lone pair of an electrons will be in conjugation with these pi electrons, right? So these pi electrons shifted towards here. That means what here? On oxygen, electron density is still increasing, not decreasing. If this negative charge is neutralizing due to the presence of this substituent, then we can say stability increases. But here, instead of decreasing the negative charge, it is this substance still it is increasing the electron density on oxygen atom. So because of that reason, what we can say, this phenoxide ion is not stabilized due to the presence of electron donating group. So this is electron donating group. See that lone pair of an electrons will be in conjugation with pi electrons of the ring. That is towards the ring, not away from the ring. So because of that reason, here phenoxide ion stability is decreases, hence acidity decreases, students. That is the reason I have written already here. You need not to draw the structure, just for understanding purpose only I have explained. You have to write only these 2 points. See that the 2 points very easy. In orthonitrophenol, the NO2 group is electron withdrawing group, which increases the stability of phenoxide ion. Hence acidity increases. In the similar manner, in orthomethoxyphenol, the OCH3 group is an electron releasing group, electron donating group, which decreases the stability of phenoxide ion. Hence acidity decreases, students. So that is the comparison between water due to the presence of electron donating group and due to the presence of electron withdrawing group. Okay, copy this one. Let us see the next question. Arrange water, ethanol and phenol in increasing order of acidity and give reason for your answer. The answer is, first we will see the answer. Water, ethanol, phenol. Phenol is more acidic than water. Water is more acidic than ethanol. Why? This is the correct order. We will see now. Let us take first phenol. Phenol formula, you know that on benzene OH group is present, then we can call that is what? Phenol, right? After removal of H plus ion, what will happen here? Phenoxide ion is formed. What will happen? Phenoxide ion is formed. This phenoxide ion, here oxygen negative charge is there. That negative charge will be in the conjugation with the pi electrons of the ring. Then this phenoxide ion is a resonance stabilizer. This phenoxide ion is a resonance stabilizer. Whereas coming to ethanol, we will see that ethanol formula is, we know that C2H5OH. After removal of H plus ion, then it will get ethoxide ion. Here ethoxide ion is not a resonance stabilizer. That too, here in ethoxide ion, ethyl group is electron donating group. Electron donating group. That means what? The electron donating group means this ethyl, due to the presence of electron donating group, the electron movement towards the oxide ion. Then automatically the electron density on oxygen will increase. The electron density on oxygen will increase. So this oxide ion is destabilizing, not stabilized. So when do we say the oxide ion is stabilized? Whenever the negative charge on the oxygen is neutralizing. But instead of neutralizing, that electron density on oxygen still it is increasing due to the presence of what? Electron donating group. So that's why ethoxide ion is destabilized due to the presence of what? Precis effector group, that is C2H5 group, students. So because of that reason, here phenol is more acidic than ethoxide ion, that is ethanol we can say. Then compare the ethanol and water, we will see that. In ethanol, ethoxide ion is destabilized. But whereas in case of water you take after removal of H plus ion, what will happen? OH minus ion is formed, right? After removal of H plus ion, OH minus ion is formed. In this, whatever the O minus is present, that O minus is not destabilized by any other group, not stabilized by any other group also. So because of that reason, compared with ethoxide ion, this OH minus ion is stabilized, more stable than ethoxide ion, because ethoxide ion is destabilized. So because of that reason, water is more acidic than any alkoxide ion. Any alkyl group you take, alkyl group is the what? Electron donating group. So due to the presence of electron donating group, that acidic nature will decrease. So we will see the reason. I have given to you one idea about this. We will see what the reason I have written here. Let us see the phenoxide ion is a resonance stabilizer. After removal of H plus ion, whatever we have got the phenoxide ion, that is a resonance stabilizer. Whereas ethoxide ion obtained after the removal of a proton, whatever the ethoxide ion we have got, that is destabilized by plus I effect of C2H5 group. Plus I effect of C2H5 group means what? Electron donating group, right? Electron donating group. Due to the presence of electron donating group, the electron density on oxygen still it is increasing. Instead of decreasing, still it is increasing. So that's why it is destabilized. Here the electron density on oxygen will decrease due to the involvement of this negative charged electrons in the conjugation with the pi electrons of ring, right? So because of that reason, this is stabilized, but this is destabilized due to the presence of plus I effect of water C2H5 group, students. Yes. Now, therefore, what we can say, phenol is stronger than ethanol. Phenol and ethanol we have compared. What about ethanol and water? See that if you know about the ethanol and water, then we can compare even water with phenol also. How it is, we will see that. You take, on the other hand, ethanol is a weaker acid than water. Why? Because electron releasing group C2H5 group in ethanol increases the electron density on oxygen. It will increase the electron density on oxygen, hence the polarity of bond decreases. Polarity decreases because negative charge is increasing here. Polarity decreases, which decreases the acidic strength, right? But in the case of water, the OH minus ion formed by its ionization is more stable than alkoxide ion due to absence of electron donating group. Here there is no electron donating group to destabilize the oxide ion. To destabilize the oxide ion, this oxide ion is not attached by any electron donating group. So because of that reason here, ethanol is weaker acid than water. Ethanol is weaker acid than phenol also we have discussed, right? So here, due to the absence of electron donating group, this is more acidic than ethanol. But here, is there any electron releasing group, or electron withdrawing group? There is no electron withdrawing group to stabilize also. But here, this benzene ring, this phenyl group is electron withdrawing group. Somewhat electron withdrawing group. So because of that reason, here it is stabilized. Here it is normal. This is not stabilized, not destabilized. This is a stabilized one. So because of that reason, here we can say the order ethanol is less than water is less than phenol, acidic nature. Right? This is the increasing order of acidity of water, ethanol and phenol, students. I hope everybody understood. There is a chance to ask a 2-mark question, a 3-mark question. This is the reason is there. Only order means 1 mark. There is a chance to ask reason 2 marks, students. Okay? Copy this one. Let us see, students. So till now we have discussed about alcohols, phenols, questions, important questions. Now we have entered into ethers. What are the ethers? Important question means the first most important question is Williamson's ether synthesis. They have asked here, explain Williamson's ether synthesis with an example. You have to write, whenever they have asked a neighbor reaction, you have to write the statement and then example, general example, and one example you have to take. And we will see here, when alkyl halides on heating with any alkoxide, that is sodium alkoxide or potassium alkoxide, whatever it may be, that is. Alkyl halide on heating with alcohol oxide in alcoholic medium, it gives ethers. So this reaction is called what? Williamson's ether synthesis. Now I have taken sodium alcohol oxide. This is what? Sodium alcohol oxide when treated with alkyl halide R-X, or else you can also take RX also. Same alkyl group you have taken means R you have to take. With the different alkyl groups means here R you have mentioned means here you have to mention R dash. Whenever these two reactants heated, then it gives ethers. Ethers by the removal of sodium halide. By the removal of sodium halide, this reaction will take place via SN2 mechanism. Via SN2 mechanism, right? So what is the example? What is the example of this Williamson ether synthesis? See that in place of R I am taking CH3ONA plus in place of R dash also I am taking CH3, or else you can also take C2H5OH. C2H5 also you can take. And in place of X I am taking iodine. Methyl iodide treated with sodium methoxide. On heating, what will happen? Sodium iodide is released as a byproduct. Then dimethyl ether you will get. What you will get? Dimethyl ether you will get as the main product. This is what? Dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether. This is very important question. Compulsory they will ask in the public examinations for us. Williamson ether synthesis. Copy this one. The next question: how is anisole converted into 2-methoxytoluene and 4-methoxytoluene? Give the equation, right? You know already, students. Toluene formula is on benzene. If CH3 group is present, then we can call that is what? Toluene. Toluene derivative is 4-methoxytoluene. 4-methoxy means OCH3 group. That means what? On benzene, if you take OCH3, then we call that is anisole. On benzene, if you take OCH3, then we can call that is what? Anisole. So on this anisole, if any electrophile like CH3 plus will attack at ortho or para position, then we will get 2-methoxytoluene and 4-methoxytoluene. That is, we have an idea, right? So based on which equation we will get such type of water 2-methoxy and 4-methoxytoluenes means based on Friedel-Crafts alkylation, right? Friedel-Crafts alkylation means what? When anisole treated with alkyl halide. Here methyl is required, that's why methyl chloride I have taken. Alkyl halide, that is methyl chloride, in the presence of N-hydrous. In the presence of N-hydrous aluminum chloride, what will happen? Here, ortho and para substituted products will get. Ortho and para substituted products means what here? OCH3 at ortho position CH3 we have got. And in the similar manner, on para position also CH3 there is a chance to attack. So among these two, which is major product means always para product is major product than ortho product. We know already that. So ortho means here OCH3, see that toluene CH3 attached carbon is first carbon. If you take this is second carbon, right? On which position OCH3 is their second position. So that's why this is 2-methoxytoluene. See that here CH3 attached carbon, first carbon. If you take 1, 2, 3, 4. On fourth position methoxy is present. So that's why this is 4-methoxytoluene. 4-methoxytoluene, right? So like this we can convert anisole to 2-methoxytoluene and 4-methoxytoluene by Friedel-Crafts alkylation method, right? If you want, you can take here 2 moles, then it will be balanced here. Along with this 2HCl also you can take it will be balanced, right? So there is a chance to ask for 2 marks questions, statement 1 mark and equation 1 mark, right? And sometimes they are asking, instead of asking this total question, there is a chance to ask 1 mark question. What is that means? What is anisole? Anisole is nothing but what? Methyl phenyl ether. Methyl phenyl ether, that is on benzene OCH3 is that this is phenyl, this is methyl. So what we can say, methyl phenyl ether is what? Anisole. Methyl phenyl ether is what? Anisole. There is a chance to ask methyl phenyl or phenyl methyl ether. This is what? First we have to use phenyl, methyl, ether. Phenyl methyl ether is also called as what? Anisole. There is a chance to ask a name. Then you have to write phenyl methyl ether is anisole. Okay. Like this, we will discuss some more important questions based on ethers topic in the next video. Students, you copy this one. Thank you.